My name is Reginald Smith Jr., and I am a Grammy and Emmy Award-winning international opera singer. As a very busy opera singer, my job is always on the road. So after singing wonderful concerts, I came home and I realized that I wasn't feeling well. So I thought, let me go to the doctor to figure out what's going on. They told me I needed to go to the emergency room, and out of nowhere, they told me that I had kidney failure. This was something completely shocking to me and not something that I was prepared for. I drove myself to the emergency room and I stayed in the hospital for over a month.
It was a very emotional journey. It was the shock of it all. And especially around the holidays it was depressing. It was very tough. It was very tough to spend Christmas in the hospital, to spend New Year's in a hospital.
My life seemed to stop all of a sudden. Out of the blue, I went from performing on great stages around the world to seemingly being stuck in a hospital bed. And that was terrifying for me, and I didn't know if I would ever be able to do what I love to do again.
End-stage kidney disease continues to increase in prevalence globally. The main modality of choice is hemodialysis still. However, it puts major restrictions on lifestyle because of commitment to 3 times a week to a dialysis clinic.
Peritoneal dialysis used to, and perhaps still is, a highly underused modality. And perhaps it has to do with the way nephrologists for generations have been trained. Many training programs didn't really have robust enough peritoneal dialysis programs to provide that education hands-on to their trainees, and it perpetuates itself into their practice. However, from the patient perspective, it is ideal. It gives them autonomy. It removes the mandate of a 3 times a week dialysis schedule. They can travel. They can do dialysis during the day. And with more recent technological advances, they can do it overnight. So it really gives them enormous freedom that center hemodialysis doesn't have.
When it comes to peritoneal dialysis, I routinely offer it to all my patients. And I had offered the same to Reggie, and he was absolutely thrilled to hear about it because he just wanted a means to escape hemodialysis, and this was his chance, and he took it, and we discussed, and he was open to the idea, and it worked very well for him.
For him to take the journey from hemodialysis to peritoneal dialysis, we really began to see a shift in his health. Opera singers have to be active. They're on the stage rolling around. They're doing all types of things and having to think and having to be on all the time. And so thank goodness that you were able to transition to peritoneal dialysis, because the effect, how you felt, you can just go right into what he needed to do. It was a very beautiful transition for his life, professionally and obviously, emotionally and physically.
For me, doing peritoneal dialysis has been paramount for my career because I travel so often. I need to be able to go from one city to the next and do all the things that I have to do. I was able to do dialysis at night, sometimes in a hotel room or, in a home where you were staying, while still being able to do rehearsals and performances during the day and the evening. So if it were not for transitioning to peritoneal dialysis, I don't know if I would have been able to continue my career or my livelihood or my life as I knew it.
When I first heard from Dr. Airy about her patient, I was absolutely shocked. I had seen Mr. Smith perform at the Houston Grand Opera many times and was deeply moved by his performances. And I was equally deeply moved to hear his personal story. And I'm just so pleased that he has found a passionate provider, and Dr. Airy has found a very, very willing and engaged patient that have made this work for him. I look forward to seeing him many, many more times on the stage, and I will look at it through a different lens from now onwards.
Having a live example of how someone can handle the diagnosis, someone can not only absorb it, live through it, but excel at it is worth sharing. His story is a motivation to understand how you can still do what you have planned for if you put your mind and heart to it.
My message for others with kidney disease is that it does not have to be the end of the world. Yes, it might mean some restrictions and having to do dialysis at night and carry the machine with me, but it has allowed me to live, be around loved ones, to experience the many joys of life. So the times when I get down, the times when I get upset, the times when I get nervous, the times where you get sad, I just remember that it's worth living. And I pull myself together and I turn on my machine and I go to sleep and do my dialysis and I go on about the day because I know that there's so much life to live. And I'm fortunate that with doing peritoneal dialysis, I'm able to live that life.